Hey everybody, and welcome to my review of One Piece Chapter 1141. As of the time of writing this is the second newest chapter, so it's been out for almost 2 weeks now, and yeah, I'm really excited to review it. There isn't too much I have to say, because, yeah, there, like, some cool stuff happens, but not a ton, I feel like. I need to talk about. So, starting off with the cover page, we see as Only Child Yamato in the Holy Inari Shrine pilgrimage is continuing on as what is it? Ulti is tied up and crying as some swords are going through her. Who's Who is pointing a sword right into page one to deliver the coup de grace, and yeah, things aren't looking good for those two Tobiropo. Going on to the chapter, they're leaving the giant castle along with the passed out guards who were in the castle, and Nami's complaining that there wasn't any treasure. We cut over to Frankie, who's going with, oh, what's her name? I think Ripley. After looking at the one mural, and while looking around sees this giant branch which was seemingly cut. So Frankie asks about it, and Ripley explains, oh yeah, there used to be a village there. Then one day lightning struck, the whole thing went up in flames, and it was too old and dry, there was no real way to put it out, so we had to just cut the whole branch off. And Frankie's like, whoa, guess even atom trees aren't immune to fire. To which Ripley confirms that Elbath's greatest weakness is fire and lightning. Which, God, there's a lot to say of this. First, there's the fact that, you know, Big Mom has both Zeus and had Zeus and Prometheus. Now it's Hera and Prometheus. Um, Most of the Straw Hats can produce fire or lightning. Um, like, or the fact that maybe the Cerberus makes fire. We know that there's like the lightning powers that like are used to go to summon the Abyss portal, but do those actually, make lightning? So we don't. So, or, there's a lot of theories of people talking about, like, oh, Eneru's coming back this arc. He's going to come down with space and start our blasting lightning bolts. Or people are saying, oh, maybe Big Mom is going to come back and go over here, start using fire and lightning, and be taken down by the Gods Knights to show just how powerful they are. I'm I don't know. I'm personally thinking we have on Elbath like everyone we're going to get. I don't think we're going to see Big Mom show up again. I don't think we're going to see Eneru show up again. Yeah. Eneru will probably show up before the end of the story, but I'm not out here staking Eneru stocks on anything. Yeah, cut over back to the village, and people are trying to figure out where Nami is, because she's Zoro and Luffy ran off, and Zoro is drunk off his ass and is like, "Hey, Jarl, there, you met our navigator. She's great, right? Isn't she a beauty?" To which Jarl confirms, "Well, she's not my type, honestly. I'm into older women." Which I love the idea of Jarl being into older women so much. Because he is 400 years old. So here's the thing. We know for a fact that one of the five Gorosei was at least 200 years old. For all we know, all five of them were of the original from the Void Century. For all we know, Saturn was only like 300 years old total, and was the oldest of the Gorosei. We simply don't know. But assuming that all four of the original remaining Gorosei are from the Void Century, those are four people older than him. Zunisha's also older than him, and Eam is older than him. So, like, as far as I'm concerned, I think there are only five, or there are at most six living beings we know of who are older than Jarl. One of which is a elephant, four of which are men, and the last of which is Eam. I personally subscribe to the theory that Eam is Imu Narona, a completely normal person who was a celestial dragon. Then, with the use of the Api Api no Mi, switched bodies with use the personality switching thing to switch bodies with Nefertari Lily. So, he has her body, and then probably had the Api Api no Mi user give him immortality. So I'm thinking that's my personal theory with Eam. Granted, everyone has their own theory. A lot of people are inspired off of different theories. I forgot exactly where I got mine, but that's I'm going with. So soul of a man, body of a woman. But yeah. Either way, when Usopp gets that reaction, he is pissed off because you're the oldest guy in the world. There's no way you'll find a woman like that. Usopp jumps into the air and slaps the sword in Jarl's head as it starts bouncing around inside of his skull as his eyes bulge out, his tongue goes out as he screams in pain. To which Hiruden has to grab Usopp, saying, "Don't do that! The blood loss will kill him!" And, people are laughing and having a good time. And, we got... sorry, Nami came back. Usopp was asking where Nami snuck off to, because she's back now. My mistake. But, Road takes the injured guards over to Gerd so she can help with healing them. And she's like, "Man, what happens to them?" "Oh, it was some humans or something." Something about God, basically talking about how like they have some information of the Gods Knights, but not all of it. "Oh yeah, it was just a couple of humans who took them down," because the guards did see some humans, and they said as much when they were passed out or passing out or whatever, if I'm remembering correctly. And Gerd's asking follow-up questions like, "Hey, why were you at the castle anyway?" "Oh, well, nothing, no reason, just doing some research, nothing more than that, trying to see what a real castle looks like so I can prove my own one." "All right, dude, you're sweating bullets. What are you really You look stressed out. What are you hiding?" "It's just because you're staring at me in a cute way." "Okay, that's it." So she just beats the shit out of Road and is like, "Okay, fuck you. What do you know?" As we cut over to the underworld, as we see, Luffy and Zoro, they're investigating Loki. He's chained up. There's blood everywhere, dead animals everywhere. They're trying to figure out what happens. And they're arguing on whether or not he's actually injured or just faking it. To which Zoro kicks Loki in, I think, the chest as Loki screams out in pain, and either a big puff of smoke leaves his mouth, representing the damage, or he starts frothing at the mouth because of the damage and starts spitting up some blood. To which Zoro's like, "Well, clearly he's not faking it." "What the fuck, Zoro? What if you killed him?" "Well, if that did kill him, then it would have been his fate to die then." So yeah, they decide, okay, we're gonna unchain him. We're going to still keep some sea prism around his legs, just so he can't fully use his devil fruit or whatever, just to be safe. But let him get up, stretch a bit, regain some strength, talk to him, and yeah, then we'll unleash the other leg later. And yeah, as they're chatting, we see as the entire new giant warrior pirates, along with Sanji, start going down to the underworld. You know, learning from Road that Loki is going to be freed by Luffy, and they're just up in the sun on layer. No, up in the what's the name of the layer? The middle of the sun layer. In the middle layer, there's the what is it called? Like the same things in like Island Cloud, so they can like go on Island Clouds. But that isn't a thing in the underworld. So they're trying to like ride their ship in the air. The air gets too thin and their ship starts falling out of the sky, as they're probably going to die because their ship is falling out of the sky. But they are not really caring because they need to get down there immediately. Luffy runs over, uses Gum Gum Balloon to make himself into a giant balloon and break the fall. They're so happy, Hiruden's like, Straw Hat, thank you! And they then bounce off of the balloon. Boing! And, well, yeah, take some injuries from that, but get up and run over. And they're like, look, Luffy, hey, we trust you. We swore our lives to you. We love you, but you cannot trust Loki. He is cunning. He is a ruthless trickster, black-hearted and beyond redemption. We have known him since we were kids, Luffy. I know you're a good judge of character. I know I swore my life to you, but look, even no matter what he said, if he said something nice or not, it's a lie. He's a fiend who betrays others without a second thought. No matter what you do, Luffy, you cannot free Loki under any circumstance. To which Zoro, who was the one with the key, was like, a little too late for that, buddy. And we get one of the hardest shots ever as Loki is standing there menacingly with a smile on his face. All of his shackles, except for the one on his leg, away. And, Luffy's like, what? I could have sworn he was out cold. All of the giants are panicking. We see as Loki reaches for his weapon, to which Hiruden yells out, stop it! Loki, put Ragnar down! The narrator says, the accursed prince rises. I want to just talk about Ragnar. It is a combination of Ragnarok and Mjolnir, and I just love that name. No break this week. I'm going to be reviewing the next chapter here in a couple more minutes. Great chapter, not a whole lot to talk about. Yeah. Anyways, that'll be it for this review. I'll see you guys next time for One Piece chapter 1142. See you guys then.